I am driving my sister's minivan. And the reason for that, the reason why I'm smiling is because I lost third and fourth gear. So Tahoe update. First off, if I had to do it all again, I'd do it exactly the same, which is good. That's a success, and I would recommend this swap. Good fuel mileage, decent towing. Now that I got the kinks out of it, I can build a little quicker. But typical GM, I did end up taking the 4060 out of it when we did the burnout. Now I knew that third gear was getting low. It was starting to slip a little bit, going on the highways, tromping on it, be like, what's going on there? And then torque converter would lock up. It's fine. So I think there's something wrong in there. Pulled the pan off of it, and I didn't find any chunks at the bottom, which I'm disappointed at. But we'll tear into that one, show you exactly what the weak link was on that transmission. We're trying to get Steve Darnell to do a burnout, and I think it would have been a great video if he was the one to break the truck, but instead I broke it, lost third and fourth gear. Thanks to Tuesday Auto Wreckers here, we got another transmission. This is actually out of a Trailblazer. It will still work, even though the bell housing is different, but pull the bell housing off and pop the one from the original Tahoe back on there. Torque converter is exactly the same. Still gonna pull the pan and take a look, make sure there's no pieces in the bottom of it, change the filter at the same time. If you do change the filter, you gotta make sure you change this little seal here that goes in where the filter pops in. This is the only thing that holds that filter in place. So I have seen the filter drop out, and it's just a pain in the butt to do because working on tranny is always messy. So popping that seal in works really good with just a seal driver kit. Pick this one up from Princess Auto. It's got your different various sizes. I think it was like 30 bucks, well worth it. So pop that in. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with the Tahoe yet. And I know, why would you put another 4L60 in? Well, one, it's cheap. Two, Silverado's almost done, so it won't be doing the heavy towing anymore. As junky as people say the 4L60 is, I've pulled a lot of weight with this, a lot more than I should have. I just pulled a 1-ton dually Dodge 4-wheel drive Cummins home with a dump box on it, and I didn't go very far, but she didn't really like it. But that probably took the tranny out more than the burnout did. I think after that it was starting to get kind of crappy. So we won't be doing that anymore because we got the Silverado. But I know you guys want a little update on it because mileage wise and that, I'm really happy with it. It does everything it needs to do for my family. One thing I'm disappointed on myself for some reason is my low oil is leaking. You can see the oil running down there, and those spots right there are actually from it sitting over the weekend. And so the only sensor that's leaking oil is my low oil sensor. The good thing is it stops leaking once the sensor comes on. But we're gonna have to fix that. Other than that, I got 40,000 K on it now. 3 oil changes in. This will be the third one. In the middle of the oil change, save the oil, fix the leak, put the oil back in it again. And then other than that, it needs a really good bath. It needs to be cleaned because it's a family vehicle, but it still ended up being my work truck at the same time. I love it. I'm excited about the Silverado, but we're gonna do a few small fixes on that and then go from there. Here we go. All right, so pretty well ready to go back in again. Had to change the center housing here because the mounts are different. The transfer case is not the same, even though the transmission is the same. Moved my temperature sensor over for my gauge, put the bell housing on, and throw the torque converter in once I have it on my stand and by myself. So after that, bolt her back up again and take her for a rip. Here we go. So what happened is the Loctite wasn't enough to hold that on there, so what I've done is drilled a hole straight through, look at that, just off center, so it catches the plastic and the threads, but misses the wires. You know, the wires, took a gamble there, didn't see any wire come up, so should be okay. I'm gonna put a roll pin in there and then just cut it, push that roll pin through, and then take thread file and just cut the same threads into the roll pin, and then that should do it. And this is close enough that the roll pin will be in the pan itself, so then there's no chance of that roll pin ever falling out either. So try that. Here we go. The other video I made is everything wrong with the GM, and granted it's already 13 years old and it's starting there. This one kind of snuck up on me. I kind of threw a little patch on it a couple times, but probably have to end up replacing this bottom corner, and the rockers are gone. Underneath this plastic here, there's a lot of rot. Pretty punky, actually. That's a hole. So the plastic's covering everything up nice, starting to get a lot of rust kind of behind, it's creeping up. We'll get it's kind of a showpiece for the channel too. It's what started Deboss Garage. I'm gonna keep it going. I just don't know whether to switch the drivetrain over to a nice southern body or whether to weld in new rockers and give it a paint job. It's still worth doing. I love the Tahoe, but the 4060 won't be working near as hard anymore. I pulled way too much with this thing. So I can still smell the tire smoke in the Tahoe, and I'm already got another trailer behind with a car on it. So new training's working pretty good. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you love the channel, consider picking up a tape boss to make those projects go faster so you got more time to watch YouTube. And remember, if you're not filthy, you're not rich.